All right, we reached out to J-Lo's team for comment. They did not respond. Our next guest arrested Combs not once but twice, including that night of the nightclub shooting. Derrick Parker is a former NYPD detective who was known as the hip-hop cop after establishing the Rap Intelligence Squad in 1999. He's also the author of Notorious C.O.P., the inside story of the Tupac, Biggie, and Jam Master Jay investigations. Okay, I'm not sure how many of our audience members are big hip-hop fans, so they're probably all going, who's that and what are all those names and what does it mean? All right, let's get to this nightclub shooting. There are reports that the feds are widening their probe of Sean Combs and that it could include the events, the shooting that night. You said you knew this was coming. Why?
Well, there was a lot of banter about what was going on with Sean Combs for the last couple of months, even a year ago. I knew something was brewing, and I knew something was about to take place.
What were you hearing?
Hearing things from the streets, from people in the industry about some of the things that he might have done, the allegations that were being said about him, things with girls, things like that.
Natanya Rubin, who was shot in the face that night in the White nightclub, has never wavered from her story that it was Sean Combs who fired the gun and shot her. There's now a lawsuit claiming that J-Lo smuggled the gun into the nightclub. Do you think this could be true?
See, what I remember back then, J-Lo had a very tight fitting outfit on. I don't know where she could have hid that gun, and I don't remember the purse and everything else. I think if she would have had that, and she had something and passed it off, it probably would have been seen.
But the fact that one of the victims has said repeatedly it was Sean Combs who shot me, not this other guy.
Well, there was a lot of confusion back then to that as well. There was a security guard there that said that there was other people that might have had a gun, which was Shine. And then there was some glass fragments that might have been hit, that people got hit with also, that might have been mistaken for gunshots.
So would the feds be reopening this case if it was already adjudicated and somebody already went to prison for doing this crime?
Well, the feds are going to probably look into it because it has something to do with Sean Combs, but Puffy was acquitted of this case, and this case is, what, 25 years old. So I can see them maybe subpoenaing her and then bringing J-Lo in to question her about what happened for the violence. But
she has to know what happened.
Well, I'm pretty sure she knows something back then, but she has an attorney, so her attorney's going to probably tell her not to talk.
How were they that night? You arrested them both, right? You dealt with both of them?
Yes. Well, J-Lo was, like I said, I unhooked her from the cage. They had her arm up in the cage where she was hooked. I took her down and put her into a room.
Handcuffed up to the cage?
Yeah, she was handcuffed.
In that skin-tight dress that she was wearing to the nightclub?
Yes.
That must have been a scene.
Well, I took her upstairs and put her in a room, and because she had an attorney, so I put her in with the attorney. And then, you know, Puffy was a little bit upset. He was very nervous, and he wanted to talk to me, so I told him he had to calm down, let everything just play out, and then we'll deal with him after we deal with everything else, because there was a lot of confusion and there was a lot of people involved back then.
And Jennifer Lopez, you said, was actually on the phone with her mother.
She was. And
her mother was angry. Her
mother was very angry. All I could hear was the mother yelling at her on the phone, and that was something I just stayed away from.
Yeah, witnesses said that she was yelling at Jennifer Lopez, I told you not to get involved with that guy.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Yeah. All right. So Combs has really seemed untouchable over the years, despite a lot of whispers about, like, criminal activity, even wrongdoing. These lawsuits that have been filed in the last few months, it feels like they've opened some floodgates somehow.
Well, here's the problem. In these civil lawsuits that just came out, where those people alleging these incidents, there's a lot of criminal activity that are alleged in the body of that report. So there's a lot going on as far as what's going on with these criminal activities with Sean Combs, and that's why the feds are looking into it.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.